Hello everyone, you're welcome back to my channel. I'm Exploring, and on this channel I talk about everything travel and study and scholarships abroad. So in today's video I'll be talking about the Maastricht University scholarships, fully funded scholarships for international students to come to Maastricht University for their master's program. All right, this scholarship is going to cover your full tuition fee, so you're getting a full tuition fee waiver and a monthly stipend. So if it is something you're interested in and you're interested in studying in Netherlands on a fully funded scholarship, then you need to stick around and watch this video to the end. So this is the scholarship page, and this scholarship is for master's degree students, international students coming for their master's programs. And the scholarship amount is 34,000 euros. So this scholarship program consists of both the High Potential Scholarship, which is funded by the Maastricht University Scholarship Fund, and the Netherlands Scholarship, which is financed by the Dutch Ministry of Education, Culture and Science in conjunction with Dutch universities and universities of applied sciences. And it's for international students from outside Europe who wish to follow a full degree program in the Netherlands. Scroll down and see all of this information. If you have any questions or you want clarity on anything, you can contact them here at this international services desk using this email address, right? So you scroll down here to see who is eligible. So you have to meet all of these requirements for you to be eligible. You will need to hold a nationality in a country outside Europe or Switzerland, or also remain and meet the requirements for obtaining an entry visa and all of this. You do not have dual nationality from Europe or Switzerland, and you have applied for admission to a participating full-time master's program at Maastricht University for the 2026/2027 academic year before the 8th of December 2025. What this means is that if you want to be considered for this scholarship, you will need to have applied for admission before 8th of December 2025, all right? The normal application deadline is on the 1st of February 2026, but if you want to be considered for this scholarship, you will need to apply before the 8th of December, all right? You click on this link to see the participating programs, which we'll see later, but let's finish up with who is eligible. The next is that you will need to meet the specific admission requirements for the Master program to which you have applied for. What this is telling us is that you will not need a separate application document. What this is telling us is that you will not need a separate admission documents for this scholarship. Your documents for admission to your master's program is the same thing with that of the scholarship, all right? And the next is that students who have completed exchange programs in the Netherlands are welcome to apply, and preference will be given to candidates who have not yet obtained a master's degree. You are not older than 35 years of age on 1st September 2026. You have obtained excellent results during your prior education programs, as demonstrated by your latest grade transcript showing a GPA of 7.5 out of 10 or higher. You can only submit an application once, and you can only apply for one scholarship. So you have to make sure all documents meet the requirements before you start your application. Once you submit your application, you will not be able to add or replace documents, all right? Once you have submitted your application, or after you have submitted your application, you will not be able to add or replace any documents. Okay, and this is a very competitive scholarship, so make sure you're submitting a very strong application, very strong application. Get people to review your documents. If possible, get professionals to review your documents. This is the duration of the scholarship. It's 13 months for a 1-year master program and 25 months for a 2-year master program. The living expenses for 13 months, which is a 1-year master, is 15,925 euros. And the living expenses for 25 months program, which is 2 years master's program, is 30,625 euros. Then for health and liability insurance, you are getting 700 euros. Then the visa application costs, tuition fees, and pre-academic training costs are all arranged for and paid by the University of Maastricht International Services Desk. All right. Then for international students ambassador program, this is at cost for first block only. And as a mandatory part of this scholarship, a room will also be allocated to you. All right, so once you accept this scholarship, you will accept the room that will be given to you. And this accommodation provided to scholarship students is not suitable for partners, spouses, or children. So let's see the breakdown of this scholarship. The first one is the 13 months program, which is the 1-year master's program. The living expenses is this amount, which means for 1 month you are receiving 1,225 euros, which covers the following expenses and can be broken down as follows. The housing is 600 euros, groceries and personal hygiene is 160 euros, telephone is 60 euros, travel is 100 euros, books and study materials 90 euros, clothing, hobbies and going out is 125 euros, miscellaneous 90 euros. Okay, so this is the application procedure. The first is you will have to apply for one of the participating master's programs. Let's see the master's programs, the participating master's programs, before we go on with this application procedure. So these are the master's programs that are eligible for this scholarship. The first is Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences. They have Master of Globalization and Development Studies, Master of Media Studies with a track in Digital Cultures, Research Master of Culture of Arts, Science and Technology, Research Master European Studies. For Faculty of Law, they have European Business Law, European Public Law and Governance, General Program, Law for a Sustainable Europe, Law and AI, Forensics, Criminology and Law, Corporate and Commercial Law, Globalization and Law with a spec in Corporate and Commercial Law, Human Rights, International Trade and Investment Law, International and European Tax Law, Customs and International Supply Chain Taxation, Tax and Technology, Advanced Master in Intellectual Property Law and Knowledge Management. For Faculty of Health, Medicine and Life Sciences, they have MSc Epidemiology, Global Health, Governance and Leadership in European Public Health, Health and Digital Transformation, Health Education and Promotion, Healthcare Policy, Innovation and Management, Human Movement Sciences with a spec in Health and Rehabilitation, Human Movement Sciences with a spec in Sports and Nutrition. In Faculty of Psychology and Neuroscience, they have Psychology with a spec in Neuropsychology. Then in School of Business and Economics, they have Econometrics and Operations Research, Global Supply Chain Management and Change, International Business with a spec in Strategic Corporate Finance, International Business with a spec in Strategic Marketing. And finally, under Faculty of Science and Engineering, they have MSc Systems Biology and Bioinformatics, Imaging Engineering, and Bio-based Materials. So these are all the programs, all the master's programs under this scholarship. All right, let's go back to the application procedure. So the first, you have to apply to master's programs at Maastricht University. You click on this link to see further details on how to apply for a master's program. We'll see that later. After checking all of these things, you submit your application through study link. All right, you will receive a student ID number, and once you receive that student ID number, you can now apply for the scholarship. You have to provide an official document from your home university showing your most recent GPA, all right, and a document explaining your grade system. So you will need your transcript and your certificate, and they only accept applications with a GPA of 7.5 out of 10. So you need to calculate your GPA. In case your GPA is like out of 5, you will have to calculate your GPA out of 10 to see if you qualify. All right, so this is equivalent to a minimum of 75% out of 100. This GPA 7.5 is equivalent to a minimum of 75% out of 100, or 3 out of 4 depending on your grade system. You need to provide your grading system as well for them. Okay, you will need a document explaining your grade system so that they can understand your grading system and determine if you qualify for the scholarship or not. So the step 2 is for you to fill out your application form. Click on this link to fill the application form. So if you've watched this video to this extent, thank you so much. Thank you to all my returning subscribers, and if you're new here, please subscribe to my channel. It helps me grow. All right, thank you so much as you do that, and don't forget to click on the notification bell so you don't get to miss out on any of our videos. So moving on, the documents you'll be needing are your curriculum vitae. You need your letter of motivation. They've provided a template for you here for the motivation letter. So you have to access this link and prepare your documents using this template. Then you need a proof of your academic excellence. You need your transcripts providing this GPA. You need a personal statement of financial needs. You need a reference letter. All right. So they have prepared scholarship reference letter guidelines for you here. You click here and access that. Then you also provide the contact details of one referee. Provide their work telephone number, provide their work or institutional email address, all right, and then your relationship to your referee, or the referee's relationship to you, the applicant. Okay, we've seen the participating programs. So the next thing for you to see is the application via the study link. So if you want to apply for a master program, you click on studylink.ml to apply. And the step 2, this is the step 1, all right? The step 2 is for you to fill out the application form. Then you click on this link to create an account. You scroll down and come down to international students. You click on login if you've started your application. and you click on create account if you haven't created an account before. So in this section, you're providing your personal details, your address, your contact, and summary. You come down here and choose your nationality and click on scan passport. So it will ask you here to verify your identity. You scroll down and click on start. When you click on start, this is what it's going to show you. They will not accept this format, so you have to make sure your passport is placed this way or your ID document is placed this way when you are snapping. Then you scroll down and click on this. So here it will ask you to select a file, so you just click on this, select your passport file from the folder where you have saved it. You click on open and it will upload. All right, after it's done uploading, you click on verify. Then when you're done verifying your documents, you click on next here to continue with your application. It's a very simple process. The process is not that hard. All right, I just did this to show you an example of what you're going to see. At each and every step, you will see the next thing to do. So this is it for this video. If you have any questions, please drop it in the comment section and I will definitely reply. Thank you to all my returning subscribers. If you're new to this channel, please, I am begging, please subscribe to my channel, okay? Please subscribe, it helps me grow. All right, thank you so much as you do that, and don't forget to hit on the notification bell so you don't get to miss out on any of our videos, and you don't also get to miss out on any scholarship. Remember that you can apply to as many scholarships as you can. All right, you can apply to more than 20, you can apply to more up to 30 or even more. So on that note, you can also go through my videos. All right, I've uploaded lots and lots of scholarships. Go through them, access the links, go through the scholarship pages or the scholarship websites, and if you qualify for anyone, then you submit your application. All right, so I want to thank you all so much for staying with me to the end of this video. Thank you for watching this video to the end. I wish you all the best in your application, and I will see you in my next one.